Every seat begins long before the factory. It begins here, in the field. From ranch to processing facility, a journey measured in hours, not miles. Selection is deliberate. Only the largest hides carry the surface area aviation demands. The facility receives, records, and begins to the frame, without pause, without ceremony. Beyond this door, the hide begins its industrial life.
Horsehide, thicker than cattle, larger in surface and denser in fiber structure. Tagged, weighed, and tracked, this hide will not lose its identity for the next 40 days. Before the tannery, the hide must be preserved. Cold slows decay, buys time for chemistry.
Stacked and sealed, 40 hides, waiting for the tannery's first call. Refrigerated transit, the cold chain never breaks between farm and tannery gate.
60 kilometers of cold chain, the hide unchanged, the process already begun.
Every hide enters with a paper trail. Traceability is non-negotiable in aerospace supply. The tannery receives in tonnage, but processes in precision.
Batch 7 Alpha enters the system, and the tannery begins its 40-day transformation.
Same crew, every morning. They know this hide better than any machine does.
Every door in this building leads deeper into the hide's transformation.
Rehydration, the hide's first contact with water since slaughter. The fiber begins to open.
Chemistry is precise here. A gram off in either direction costs an entire batch.
Day 3 of 40. The crew tracks every hour the hide spends in chemistry.
This is the floor where horsehide stops being raw material pallaging and starts becoming something else entirely. Fully rehydrated, the hide has regained the suppleness it lost at slaughter.
The hand knows what the instrument confirms corrode: fiber structure, water uptake, hide integrity.
Every gram of residual tissue removed here prevents contamination in the tanning drum.
Geometry matters in aerospace upholstery. Irregular hides waste material and fail pattern cutting.
Grade A hide, the dorsal center, is reserved exclusively for seat panel cutting.
Sorted by grade, tracked by batch, and teened, the tannery moves nothing without knowing exactly what it is. Grade A enters liming, the most aggressive chemical stage, and the most critical. Calcium hydroxide, controlled by volume, monitored by time, unforgiving if either is wrong. 8 hours of rotation, the hide emerges chemically altered at a molecular level. Delimbing pulls the alkalinity back. Without it, the baiting enzymes cannot work. Enzymes finish what lime began, loosening fiber bundles to achieve the softness aviation requires.
Pickling opens the hide's isoelectric point privin, the precise condition chrome tanning requires.
Chrome tanning, 8 hours, 35 degrees, and the hide becomes leather permanently. Wet blue plute, the hide is now leather. Everything from here refines what chemistry has already made.
Sammying removes 60% of the remaining moisture. The hide must be dry enough to split cleanly.
1.2 millimeters Tremond, the aviation specification that this blade is set to hold. Uniformity is not aesthetic here, it is structural. Every millimeter of variance fails inspection. Retanning builds the hand, the feel, the firmness, the memory that makes leather behave like leather.
The hanging loft, where the leather breathes, and the tannery simply waits.
Set out flat, the grain surface will dry into the geometry the finishing line demands. Vacuum drying in 4 minutes what the hanging loft takes 4 hours. Precision heat, zero distortion. Toggle drying fixes the leather's final dimensions, the stretch held until every molecule of water is gone. 3 zones, controlled to 1 degree. The tunnel does not guess, it governs. Staking restores what drying removes. The mechanical action breaks fiber bonds without chemistry. Buffing corrects what nature left behind. Scars, incept marks, brand impressions, all reduced to surface noise. Every square decimeter accounted for. Waste in aerospace leather is measured in cost per centimeter. The system sorts in milliseconds what a worker would deliberate over for minutes opposed. And it does not tire. Base coat seals the buffed grain, the foundation every subsequent finish layer depends on. 75 degrees for 90 seconds. Undercure peels, overcure cracks. Precision cures correctly. Charcoal gray, Airbus specification RAL 7021, mixed to tolerance of 0.5 delta E. Embossing restores what buffing removed. The grain pattern Aviation interiors demand visually. 8 gloss units, semi-matte. Aviation cabin lighting was designed around this exact reflectivity. FAR 25.853, the Aviation flammability standard this leather must pass before it touches a single seat frame. Every hide that leaves this line carries its entire history in a single stamp impression. 3 hides from every batch of 40, the sample that speaks for the whole.
28.4, 3 above minimum. The fiber structure held exactly as the tanning intended.
Grade 4 color fastness tried. Passengers will rub this surface for a decade without seeing it transfer.
Self-extinguishing in 3 seconds, the cabin will not feed a fire from this surface.
1.9, 1.20, 1.21.
43 measurement points per hide. Uniformity is not assumed, it is mapped.
The finish must outlast the seat, or a peel failure in service means a cabin interior replacement.
Signed. Certified. Batch 7A is cleared for aerospace upholstery production. PEG. All 40 hides.
Every hide rolled grain-in proments, the surface that took 40 days to perfect, protected from this moment forward.
8 rolls per pallet, 40 hides total, 1 complete batch moving as a single certified unit. Bay 7 Alpha, Level 2 POVIDs. The warehouse system knows exactly where 40 hides are at every moment.
Batch 7A to bay doors. Hamburg truck arriving in 30.
Hamburg.
Loaded, strapped, and signed Redig. Batch 7A leaves the tannery for the last time.
And this is how modern factories produce aviation-grade horse leather, from pasture to Airbus cabin seat.